What is up, everybody? Pass here, back again with another video. This time to react to the song from Stranger Things. Well, not really Stranger Things, but it's on Stranger Things lately, and people have been raving about it. It's called Running Up the Hill by Kate Bush. Running Up That Hill. I saw a meme that referenced Back to the Future, and they put Kate Bush's head on top of Marty McFly, saying, "Well, it was a scene where he says, but you may not be ready for that, but your kids are gonna love it." So that made me really want to check this out and see. Maybe I have heard it, maybe not. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go. I just want to quickly I want to quickly mention I've heard a lot of different 80s songs thanks to 106.7 Light FM, and it would play 24/7 in my house, kind of in the background of the kitchen radio. So maybe I've heard it, maybe not. We'll see. Because a lot of 80s music has seeped into my consciousness, and when I hear it, I tend to recognize a lot of songs when I hear like bits of them. So let's see. That's already a really 80s beat right there. It always has like that snare sound that's like always so big. But that's an 80s rhythm. Anyway, let's continue. So far, it doesn't sound like I recognize it. I don't really recognize this. I don't know. Let's hear the rest. Maybe when it starts building up, maybe I'll recognize it. But so far, I don't really recognize it. Okay, that part sounds kind of familiar. That sounds kind of familiar. Is that her dancing? I haven't really looked up Kate Bush too much. I've heard her name here and there. Is that her dancing? Maybe. This sounds very 80s though. You could tell it's 80s immediately. What is she doing? Dance, you know. They take risks. They try different things and maybe something sticks. That's just kind of interesting. It looks very 80s, like the lighting and the sound. I mean the colors and stuff. It just feels very 80s. I like it so far. The rhythm. That's an awesome rhythm. And they keep going with it. It's like it just keeps going. Those synth in the 80s sounded. I mean, the music back then was so synthy, but it didn't sound so. I don't know how to say it. So like they made it sound nice. It didn't sound ugly. They knew how to do their synths back then, where it still sounded like something. It didn't sound dead and like I don't know how to describe it. Maybe it'll come to me later, but right now, it sounds pretty good so far. You know, the rhythm kind of sounds like Ryu's theme. Maybe they were listening to this song. Whoever made, I'm pretty sure. But then again, a lot of songs in the '80s sounded like this. They had that like, but that rhythm sounds like Ryu's theme. If you listen to the beginning of Ryu's theme, it's not the exact same notes, but the rhythm. It's that same type of, and the sound is kind of similar. Like the synth, it's interesting. Actually, look, check this out. Check this out. So, when you change the speed of Kate Bush song to playback speed 125, 1.25, watch. And now listen to Ryu's theme. You see? Very similar. You hear that? It's similar. The feel is similar. But they gave it their own flair because I heard some Japanese sounds and some other things in here. And of course they turned it into something else. But the feel, the rhythm, the rhythmic feel is there. It's similar. I have a feeling whoever, the composer for Ryu's theme was a Kate Bush fan. Anyway. Where is his head? Why is his head there? Using the cushion as a pillow, using it as a pillow to soften his. Well, anyway, this is about the song, so let's continue. What the heck just happened? Did they just go ghost? Like the movie Ghost? What the heck? Okay, anyway. Oh, she returned the favor, but she landed on his shoulder. So he used her backside, and she uses his shoulder. Oh my god. Okay, it sounds good. I keep thinking about the Ryu theme though. Now I keep thinking about that. I know this came out before Street Fighter 2, which came out in '91. This is from what, '85? I think 1985. But anyway, let's continue. Wait, it says here official music video for single Running Up That Hill, written and produced by British singer Kate Bush. She produced it. Did she do the synth? That's interesting. And if she's the dancer, then hey, multi-talented. Ooh. Okay, that was like da-dum, da-dum, boom. That moment right there where like all of a sudden crescendo. That sounded like In the Air Tonight. That like dun 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 dun. Okay, let's see. Maybe it's gonna like really build up now. Maybe. Let's see. Who's that? Who's that? Oh, he's a dancer. Look at that 80s hair. So 80s with like the back, like the kind of like mullet type thing going on. So 80s. But the girl, she looks a little timeless. She doesn't look that 80s with that hair because you still see girls with that hair. Actually, there she kind of looks 80s. The little swirls above, those little swirls look kind of 80s ish. Like, but she's more a little ambiguous. If you look at a picture of her, you wouldn't really think it's 80s. But the guy with the hair, definitely 80s. So far, there's not too much change. Like the jam, it's pretty consistent so far, and she keeps it interesting. There's more sounds though now going on. Is that supposed to be her? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Well then. Well then, that ending, some like I started hearing a little more guitar. Like the guitar was there. There was some guitar, and the the end where like she doubled the voice where like with the octave, lower octave, and high octave thing kind of going on there. That was kind of cool. And that's something that I don't really remember hearing too much in 80s songs with the doubling the octave type thing. That's interesting. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but this song sounds a little bit familiar. I'm not I maybe I've heard it, but I don't quite remember it too much. But that type of rhythm is pretty prevalent in a lot of 80s songs. Uh, Not too many other ones I can think of at the moment. I mean, not Eye of the Tiger because that's like a full band, but like with the synth type of thing. But there's other songs that had this thing, and also the Ryu's theme, which now I'm gonna have to look up and listen to because it really sounded the feel of the Ryu theme sounded very similar to this one. They just took it a kind of different way, of course, but it sounds pretty similar, at least as I remember it. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. And if you haven't yet, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know any other songs you would like for me to leave a reaction for. And I'll see you next time.